Hey everybody, hey everybody. Sorry, I was having technical difficulties. I don't know if my computer is running slow or I have too much open, so I'm trying to get it to work and it kept getting the circle. Anyway, so hi everybody. I'm Ashley Schmidt and I'm going to talk to you today a little bit about um, low content books and creative ideas for low content books. There's so many low content books. I'm a big believer in starting with problems. What problems do people have, or what do they want to do so that you can solve those problems? It creates great low content books versus no content books, which means that you can charge higher prices, right? Those lined notebooks sell for $6.99, and it's true some of the low content ones do sell for $6.99. But you're definitely more differentiated, and you can sell some of them for higher price points. I have one right now that is selling about one a day or two a day, and it is definitely niche oriented. It's got a lot more content. It took me about 2 weeks to make, so it was a lot more, but I make $5 per book on that one, and I did a lot of different stuff. So low content ideas. Hi everybody. I can't see if there's anybody in the chat. I think it's just me. It said there was one waiting, but it might have just been me. Anyways, so I want to say welcome. And remember, if you have a question, hey Ray, if you have a question, make sure you can fill out the Google form. You can ask it live. And also a note for the next 2 weeks. I am actually going to be out of town for the next 2 weeks. I don't think I'll be able to do the lives at noon on Wednesday. I am either going to do a live, but I'm definitely going to do a show or two in the next 2 weeks, or maybe I'll do 2 weeks, but it probably won't be live at noon. It could be, but it's also, if you want to ask a specific question, go ahead, fill out that Google form. It should be in the show description, the form, so you can ask a question and I will answer it. I did not check. I checked last night to see if there was any questions. I didn't see any new ones, but there might be some if you sent one in today. So if you're live, let me know, ask it. And yeah, so let's get into, I have 10, which there's like, out of the 10, there's still quite a few interesting ones. Or there's more than one for your interest for each topic. So creative ideas for low content books. So I just did some basic brainstorming last night and I came up with some really, I think, fun ones. Okay, so this one, the first one is based on my own experience. I fell and hurt my knee and broke my toe about a year ago. And my knee still really bothers me. So I went to the doctor and they sent me to physical therapy. I'd never done physical therapy before as far as a long-term type thing. So I had 8 weeks or 10 weeks of physical therapy. So that was something new and different, and something that I needed to track exercises, and I had different exercises, and I was supposed to track my pain level every day and what was the highest pain level for the week. And I was kind of unprepared for this. So what about a physical therapy low content book? Do some research, or if you've had physical therapy before, you've done it, you could do some great things. You could do like exercise prompts, like they could write in what their exercise is, and then they can talk about, how many reps they did, or did they do them all for that day, that week, maybe make it 8 weeks. I think mine was an 8-week physical therapy thing, but you can make it specific, like specific to arms, legs, knees, backs, and do a little bit of research and see what type of things would go into a low content book. But definitely tracking of pain level was one thing that they asked me all the time. How's your pain level today? What was the highest it spiked? Can you describe that pain? And I had to kind of search my memory for those sort of things. So a journal for that sort of stuff, especially somebody who's in a lot of pain and has a lot of issues, that might be really, really helpful for. Mine was just one thing, my knee, but I can imagine if it was your back and you had all these different things. My husband has had, he has some crushed discs in his back. So it makes his leg hurt and it makes his face go numb. And so he's had a real difficult time describing the pain and getting the pain better. And he's been doing physical therapy for like almost a year and a half now. And they had a real hard time kind of diagnosing him. But I kept saying, you should write down what your pain is, or when you feel pain, or after, because he had a real hard time trying to diagnose it. And he finally kind of started paying attention to when the pain occurred, and they gave him some ideas. And finally found a doctor, or actually a physical therapist, who thought, we should try this. And he has had so much less pain now. So documenting that sort of thing can be very useful to people. All right. Number 2, disease. So look into any specific disease, kidney, heart disease, maybe something that's not as prevalent, that's widespread but not as prevalent. Heart disease might have a lot more competition, whereas maybe kidney or I don't know. I didn't look into diseases, but you could do a prompt book for somebody to deal with the pain or how they're feeling or how they can get through it. Because disease a lot of times has emotional things. So you could definitely think of if someone had a problem, it was your best friend who had this, what kind of things would you ask them to help them improve their mood, their mindset? So there's that aspect to take with it. There's the logbook aspect. You could do a logbook. You could do an exercise journal. Exercise and certain types of exercises for certain diseases are better. So do a little research and decide, and maybe you can have a space where they can write what the exercise is, or you can even suggest a few, say, find a public domain site that says, for heart disease, these type of activities are good, like walking. Kind of everybody knows walking is good for heart disease, right? Because it's pretty low impact. But you could do some research and see what you could find. You can even find photos to put like some example exercises or example activities. There's definitely some either graphics you can buy or there's public domain info out there. What about a recipe book? So you find a few, heart healthy recipes and you find 5 or 6. Remember that recipes themselves, the ingredients, because it's a list of ingredients, cannot be copyrighted or trademarked or something. The directions or how you word things can be. So if you're saying 3 eggs, this 2 cups flour or whatever, that can't be copyrighted, but anything else can be. So if you're just doing the list of ingredients, that you can take a recipe from somewhere else and then decide how you would cook it. You could even, take some pictures and put it in there and put like a blank, 5 or 6 recipes, 10 recipes, and then blank that they can add their own. So that might be fun. How about the number? Oh, I missed this one. Sticker books. Okay. Easter's coming along, right? So Easter's coming up and you could make do some fun, cute, colorful pages with cute Easter bunnies, get some graphics and do a sticker book that kids can put their stickers in from Easter, or they can make scenes with, something that a cute bunny would look good. Do colored pages and make sure it's under 40 pages. You can still make a profit if it is under 40 pages for a color book. $5.99, $6.99, not $5.99, $6.99. It's about $1, I think, profit. So not a huge amount, but I mean, it's not too hard to get some color scenes and put them in, and you don't really have to write any words at all. It's just kind of a colored scene. Let's see. The beach. Okay, so summer's coming up. So what about some beach ideas? A logbook for an Airbnb. Say you're trying to cater to someone who has Florida. There's a ton of people who rent out their houses in Florida for the summer or even for the winter, for that matter. So think of maybe some beach-themed logbooks for Airbnbs to use, or just Airbnbs in general. So you can do some sort of fun guest book logbook type thing. Maybe some, write notes here, or, erect this journal type thing, maybe for a page that they can put in their Airbnb. They can draw doodles instead of just their name and a message, but maybe, suggest a prompt. That might be kind of fun. A packing journal, right? So you can do a planning journal to go on a week vacation. So some planning, some templates to put checklist of things they would need, shirts, shoes, flip-flops, bathing suit, kind of some basic things, and then a lot of little blank spots that they could write in all their stuff and they can check it off as they go. So you can do a kind of a planning journal. A logbook for anything they want to read. So maybe like my summer reading journal that they can, and you have someone laying back at the beach reading a book, kind of a graphic for that. I saw a really cute one the other day of this woman in a hat, and it was a graphic. It wasn't an actual photo, and she was laying back in a chair reading a book with a big sun hat on at the beach. So that would be kind of fun. Some sort of my summer reading. You maybe have the title with a few prompts, like what did you like about this book? Think of a reading book, like a book club. What kind of questions that are general questions that you could prompt the reader to write about that? Maybe put 5 to 10 in there because it is summer reading. And I don't know, most people, I think if they read 5 books over the summer would be really happy with themselves. So you don't need to put a bunch, but maybe a few prompts to make it interesting. You could even think maybe color and do really fun color with 40 pages, because 40 pages and under, because they could have some really color might make it a lot more fun. And like I said, you're not going to probably read a ton of books over the summer. There are people, when I'm a reader, I'm a speed reader, so I can read about, it takes me less than a minute to read a page. So I can read, actually about 100 pages an hour. That's about what my average reading is. But I read really fast. So that's not most people, though. And most people read for enjoyment, so they don't read that fast. I have 4 kids. I have to read everything fast so I can actually read it. Let's see, what else? Yeah, so logbooks of reading. Coupon books. Mother's Day is coming up, right? How about coupon books for your mothers? I have a few of these. They don't sell well, but they were early in my journey of graphic design. So my coupon books are not very pretty. But I would definitely recommend color for this. And with a coupon book, 40 pages, I mean, you're going to have, it's just one-sided. So that's like 20 coupons. That's good. A kid to give a son or a daughter to give to their mom. 20 coupons is pretty cute, especially if they're really cute designed. That'll be fun. Okay. Number 7. So what about Motherdaughter journals, right? So this can be an Easter theme. It could be a summer theme. It could be a Mother's Day. There's a few, it's all year round, right? Gifts for mom for birthday, that sort of thing. I don't know if you've seen them, but there's like journals where it's like you have a prompt, and it's a few of the ones I've seen, they turn it on its head. So let me find a notebook or something here. Okay. So they have like this side, you write like the prompt here instead of like normally it'd be like here, right here. And then on the other one, they do it like this. And one side is like the mothers, and then the other side's the daughters. And so you have like the same prompt, and they can each respond to the same prompt. So that's kind of a fun. You could do it as a keepsake, an heirloom, memory book, maybe target kids. Kids grow up too fast. Keep those memories, some sort of keepsake-like thing. And it's fun to look back and see how your kids, so if you even promote like a yearly thing, do this every year, maybe one prompt a month. And you can see how, if you did these several years, you could see how your kids would grow over time. Like my daughter's drawings at 6 were much different than my 15-year-old daughter's, right? Like night and day difference. And so to see that progression in a book, a keepsake, might be really cool. And if you did, you just think about it. There's, I think, some fun things to do with that. Otherwise, just any other mother-daughter type stuff. Okay, so now I had some number 8, and 9 and 10 are kind of offline ideas. So we were talking, I think, last week about like realtors. What could you do for a realtor? You could do like a house. You could do just a notebook for their branded site, but you could also do like a house maintenance. You could do moving with checklists and that sort of thing. You could do like cleaning, like what do they need to clean, or just a lot of maintenance stuff. You could do, lawn and furnace, and they can write the dates of things or what they have warranties on. You can keep kind of like a homeowner's logbook. You can have that and make something like that for them and give it to them with kind of their branding, and they can purchase those. Okay, so number 9, health and wellness. You can do it. So it depends on what the health and wellness person. So find, people who do health and wellness, aromatherapy. So they can make like recipes for aromatherapy, and then they can have a blank like recipe book, right? So blank recipes that they can give to their customers, and then their customers can create their own recipes, but they can offer a few of theirs. So if you take their knowledge of aromatherapy and put it into a blank book, that would be really helpful for them. All sorts of wellness things, right? Exercise books, different diets. There's a million things, right? just sit down and brainstorm all that health and wellness stuff. Or just type health wellness into Google, and I bet you'll go down the rabbit hole. Or look up number 1 New Year's resolutions, right? So New Year's resolutions can be, there's a ton of stuff with New Year's resolutions, especially in the health and wellness area. So that can give you some really great ideas, especially if you're looking at what people's resolutions are, then you know what problems they have, right? So you can come up with ways to solve their problems. Um, 10. Okay, so this one I have to laugh at. It's kind of my favorite because I did this. So network marketing. I know. I tried it twice. I am the worst network marketer ever. I am totally the worst network marketer. So, because I just don't want to call my friends and family and try and sell them stuff. I don't have it in me. I don't have it in me to walk up to someone and say, you need these diet pills or soap or cleaner. I don't have it in me. Sorry. But I did try it twice and I am the worst network marketer. But there are really great network marketers out there. I have a friend and she's not spammy at all. She's just really good at finding the problem someone has and helping them with her products. And she's just fabulous at it. But I was thinking, what could I do for her? So, they're going to have people in their downline. So if you could create a book or something for them that they could give as kind of an organization method to keep their downline organized and motivated. You just have to work with that network marketer to see what their common pain points are, their common problems, and come up with a way that they could help. Like, is it a planner or is it a goal to say, okay, you're going to call this many people a week? Or there's so many things with network marketing. I think I have like 4 books in my bookshelf back there, right there. that big thing right there. That's one of my bookshelves about how to be a better network marketer, because I am a terrible network marketer. I did try though, but maybe I didn't try enough. It didn't click with me, but I did try twice. So, but there are great people out there who do a good job, and not everything is all that spammy. I'm actually still a part of the network marketing thing. I still buy the products just as a customer because I love their products, but getting out there, not so much. But buying their products, love the products. So I still use their products for the past 14, 15 years. So yeah, I really like it. So there's, definitely that customer aspect of that. But you could do some fun stuff for network marketing and things that they could help their downline with. Any other ideas? I could probably come up with I even came up with ones while we were talking, just on my basic stuff. Anyone else have thoughts or ideas? But those are fun ideas I came up with and kind of based on just various things. Do your research, find out what's out there, what you can do better, how you can solve someone's problem better. But I really like the idea, like when I talked about network marketing, about finding that person's pain point, like what do they need to help their downline, right? So what kind of problems can you help them come up with a logical, organized method, basically kind of forms, if you think about it that way. What things can they fill out so that they can lead their person along to help them become a better, in that case, network marketer? But it can be the same with wellness, right? So someone who's trying to help somebody solve a certain problem, you're leading them on a journey to become a better person or become better at something. So find what those pain points are, and you can design something really cool for them or for yourself to put on Amazon as just a product. But do research, is there a demand? And then mix niches, right? So those diseases, right? So disease is a big topic. Kidneys per se. And then I've heard yoga is good with kidney, like kidney yoga for kidneys or something. Maybe it's the stress and maybe it's just stretching, but I've heard yoga is good for kidney health. So, how there's yoga is a big niche. Kidney disease is a big niche, and you can mix those together. So kind of look for that unique type intersection, and you can create something very interesting and unique that kind of sets you apart from people. And so if someone has kidney disease and wants to do yoga, which, there's not like a billion people out there who have that, but there's probably quite a few, and you might be the only person on the market to offer said product. So that one I think has been floating around for a bit. So maybe not kidney and yoga, but think of all sorts of things. Heart health, walking. I don't know if one's out there about your walking and your heart disease or certain type of moms. Okay, how about moms and strollers, right? Have you ever tried to jog with a stroller? There's better moms than me. I tried it for like a year. I was a terrible jogger, stroller mom, but I tried really hard. I was good at walking, but jogging, I was terrible. But there are jogger stroller moms out there, right? Maybe a journal for them, a logbook for them, right? Because that's kind of a unique niche. I have no idea if there's demand for that, but I know there's jogger moms and I know they're dedicated. So maybe that would really appeal to them. So yeah, any ideas any of you have? Anything that spurred an idea for? I'll give it a second. Anyone else out there? I see there's a few people. You're just like lurking this week. That's okay. Next week, like I said, I said before, but next 2 weeks I will be out of town. So I will do a show a week at least, but it probably won't be at noon on Wednesday. It could be, but it might not be. So, yeah, so I will do definitely the live show, or definitely a show, and it'll be live because live's easy for me. Hey, Roger. Just talk to him. Hi. I'm pretty much done unless anyone has any other thoughts, any questions anyone has, just not even on the subject, anything on low content books, anything they want to ask. No. All right. Well, if there's not anything, then like I said, I will see maybe some of you next week. As far as if you show up for the live, but if not, you will see me for the next 2 weeks. And make sure to use the Google form. Make sure to subscribe, hit the like, all those things YouTubers tell you to do that I'm bad at so far. Talk about it the more we learn. Yeah, as you learn more, Roger, you'll get more ideas. Everyone at the beginning stages, I think, says I can't. This was me. I'll be honest. I was the person who at the beginning was like, I can't think of anything. And now I don't know what switch it was that clicked for me. You just start thinking of things more and more and more things. You can come up with just a million things. So you just have to kind of break past that barrier of not sure of what you're doing to just trying it. So anyway, that's it. That's all I have for today. So I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your week. I'll be seeing maybe some of you too. Yes, it is overwhelming. And then what's fun is you have so many ideas, Roger. You have so many ideas. You're like, I'm overwhelmed because I can't do all these ideas. So that's why it's kind of fun. The research will tell you what ideas you should go in what priority and tell you which ones you should do in what order. So that kind of helps, knowing how much demand there is out there, or even if there's some demand but no books out there, that's a great time to just throw something out there and see if it works. You might be the only person on that. I have a few weird niches like that are just, they don't sell a lot. They sell like 20 a month, but hey, that's $40 in my pocket. I'll take it. So that's kind of ideas. You just get a lot of stuff. All right. You all have a great week, and I will see you next time.